Ironclad in 4.9, we're now wave 1. Let's check her out. So, in all of my Evo testing, the lights have actually been working pretty well on this ship. We'll see if that holds true. She's all lit up, looking strong. We're over here in Pyro, we're at Obituary as our home spawn, likely where I'm setting my spawn to when this patch officially drops. I've spent all my Evo time testing here as well. There's a few things that I want to try out today. I've already confirmed that docking is sort of working with the reclaimer. Oh, actually, no, not this way. Nope. I'm going to where I want to fly from because it's so much better, in my opinion. I know not everybody's going to agree with this, but this is our flight seat. Power this thing on. Go ahead and request departure. Everything's looking good. I'm glad we got our flight MFDs here now, so I can actually see everything versus it being the old tractor or gun turret MFDs, which you can still get to from here. You can still access the tractor beam and the gun from the pilot seat right now. Not opposed to that staying. If you want a little bit more visibility, you can actually zoom in with your precision mode. It's actually a nice little benefit to flying this thing. It'll be a lot better once we get out of the hangar. And then we're going to head over to the external freight elevators to load up the aux and the arrow before we head over to Gaslight. Of course, if you have head tracking, this will be even better because you can actually see all around the bridge here, which is really nice. And of course, again, you can also zoom in with precision mode to get a little bit of a better idea where you're headed. And third person, of course, is an option. Or again, you can hop into your turrets to see what's around you. Tons of fun options here, but there's our elevators. Her about right there. Lift her up a little bit. Perfect. Alright, we are locked in place. Let's go load her up. And the normal way that I'll go up and down through this now is actually taking the operations elevator down to cargo. We're going to test out if the command module is still a problem too, though, because in Evo testing with the command module on the Ironclad, it would drop you out of quantum. It wasn't disconnecting, which in that case I was kind of wishing it would, so I could just leave it behind. But that's with flying from ops. Alright, let's get out of here. We got everything loaded up. We're going to head to our home over at Gaslight, see if the command module behaves. In fact, I think just to show off that you can still fly from there just fine, we'll go ahead and actually use the command module. Oh yeah, we still have this like backwards open, close, interact sort of thing happening. Weird. Now here is the standard command module flight seat. And as you can see, you can still fly from here just fine. We actually got a hologram now when looking at other ships, but the scanner doesn't work in the command module still. As you can see, we still have a 0 on the screen. I don't know if it actually doesn't work. I mean, let's see. Can we actually scan this dude? Because it was showing the same way in another ship, but it was letting me scan still. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, it's not pulling anything up, so that's still a concern. All right, quantum drive test. And things were acting weird here in the PTU, especially in Evo, so I'm going to go ahead and go coupled just in case. Good old habits from before when we were, you know, dealing with these problems with the command module. So just in case we have a disconnect or anything, let's see if we make the 55.8 gig jump. Also want to check something. So the third person camera is still perfectly fine from here. What's the rear view? Okay, so rear view from the command module, we still get the cool effect seeing the engine over there. Flying from ops though, you don't. Flying from ops, you don't get that view because the command module's not there. Or the command module is not the focal point, because sometimes it is there if you're flying with it. We'll take a moment to show you guys. If you see up in the top left below the hologram, you see our new quantum fuel amount in the Ironclad. It's about 50% cut from 11 SU down to 5.69, but I can say at least in the Ironclad flying around, I haven't really felt the impact of that as much as you might in the Raylan, which is down to 1.1 SCU of quantum fuel. I haven't seen all the ships yet. I do plan to do more testing on that front, but it's been manageable. You know, 5.7-ish quantum fuel has been okay for what I do, and refueling hasn't been too bad. It's definitely not going to be bad enough that you can't like just call a Starfarer out to come refuel you every 30 minutes if you need it to keep you topped off, so you still don't have to go back to the station, because yes, you can refuel the Ironclad with the Starfarer fuel beacon as it comes out. It's worked for me every time. I think that a lot of the larger ships will still be functionally just fine with the fuel changes, but we'll see. A lot more testing to come. And we might be making it all the way. Yeah. Wow. So we've had one successful quantum without interruption, so I hope that remains the case. I'm gonna head back down to operations to take us into Gaslight. Then I personally like the experience of flying from the main bridge, plus its benefits of having access to those two turret functions, which I really do hope stay possible. You know, I hope they are kept. There is Gaslight heading over to the external freight elevator. We're going to drop some stuff off here. All right, now let's check one of the important things. Blueprints haven't been showing up through all of Evo, so God, please. Yeah, we still don't have any blueprints. Real pain in the ass. Which probably also means blueprints still aren't working as a reward either. Okay, I don't think blueprints are working right now, but we're gonna do a mission to see. The unverified bounty hunter missions for the headhunters are a good test bed for this, to also show the versatility of flying from operations. So this is one drawback, is there's like a weird reflective nature inside of the ops area where like the reflections of dust clouds or asteroids are kind of phasing over your visuals, which you can see, which is why I'm kind of rotating and moving here. I've gotten pretty used to it. A little aggravating. It'd be nice if there's some kind of like anti-reflective sort of feature to flying in here, but it's livable. So that is an asteroid base up front. We don't want to get close enough that they start to really damage us as far as the base turrets go. And there's our main target, which these guys, I'll pop, especially this Razor, with a torpedo. Hopefully it tracks behind that asteroid. He might have gotten lucky that he's behind rocks. Yeah, bastard. Definitely some weird stuff happening here. It might be tied to the command module. Here we go. One away. Here it goes. Boom! Oh, satisfying. Yeah, no blueprint reward for that. We'll go do one more. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think. I mean, this feels really industrial. This feels like a big cargo carrier, kind of like what we have here on Earth out in the oceans. This feels like proper bridge flight. And that's coming from a sim geek, a Navy geek like me, with the idea of flying from an actual bridge. I know not everybody's going to be into this. I know a good buddy of mine is really looking forward to just flying out of the command module, but I love that we'll have the option. It's also kind of cool if you're like crewed up on an Ironclad and you need to do some kind of breakaway. You can have somebody take flight of the main body while somebody else takes flight of the command module and diverge and try to, you know, split off to maybe run away from hostile threats or to adapt to whatever situation is coming up. But I'd love to know everybody's thoughts about flying from here. I know there are going to probably be plenty of you that are like, dude, this visibility is ass. I could never do this. And that's totally fine. That's why we got the command module. You can go fly from there. But I'm curious how many people actually enjoy this feeling, like I do. I also kind of like that it is a little bit harder. You know, it requires maybe a different set of skills to fly from this position. But I do like how it's a bit more centered. I like the overall aesthetic. I feel like I've got enough visibility to do what I need to do. And I really like the function of being able to access these turrets, which I'm about to show off as we get into this battle. Just keep in mind you're limited to your size 3 guns, so don't feel like you're going to go taking on a mob of 20 craft or anything. And of course, as always, we are fully decoupled flying like this from the bridge. Looks like he is coming right at us. I'm going to slow down into more of a combat speed, cruising at 50 meters per second, and we are going to toggle into the weapon, which I don't have any power to right now. Oh, there's the shield hit indicator. Alright, hang on. Some weirdness going on. I only have one Omni. It's actually, like, charging up. This is really strange. I think it might be a problem with the command module. This guy's really buzzing around us. See, those are the shield hits, the new shield hit icons. Alright, if he's just going to be looping like this, that's going to get annoying. He's ended up crashing right into us. Some weird flight mechanics. This is one of the weirdest. I can't get a reasonable number of hits from this. Ha! This guy's just Tokyo drifting around us. There we go. Only one Omni firing is not great. So we're going to do a little test here. We are going to... Wait a minute, can I undock it from here? Hold on, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of just doing right Alt-N from this command seat. While this guy continues to Tokyo drift around us, which is freaking comical. Hold on. I'm hitting right Alt-N, but nothing is happening. This is so funny. Look at this guy. Somebody cue up the Tokyo drift music. Alright. I feel like it's inevitable as he's orbiting us at some point. He's just going to run smack into us. We are properly undocking. Man, power pips are all over the place when you're switching between these craft. Oh, got some distance from the Ironclad.
Don't leave town.
I knew it was a matter of time. I did. Alright. Let's hop in here. Oh, and in all the breach testing I've been doing on this door, it has never cracked open from the outside, even though it's right there. So that is probably one of the safer doors. And it's nice to be able to just exit and enter from there, almost like another airlock function similar to the one we have on starboard side. Well, let me see. The whole goal for doing that, for disconnecting the command module, is to see if it restores the proper weapon power pip function to the main body, because I think there's still some conflict between the two bodies of ship. That's what we are going to find out, because yeah, we're back in nav mode here again, which isn't where we left it. So let's do a pip reset, then go here, pip reset. It looks like only one of our guns are still powering up, and it doesn't look like it's giving us the ability to put any power to the rest of our weapons on the ship. We can put power else, or no, we can't. What? Hold on. Okay, we can put power there, there. We can put power to our radar. Only so high though. Like, I can't go beyond. Did we blow a fuse? I'm a little confused. Our shields won't go beyond. Our engines won't go beyond. So yeah, she's just not doing great right now. Yeah, and our weapon functionality is not great either. Head back to Gaslight, try to repair the ship, maybe store it, recall it. Weird pip management. Yeah, like it won't let me actually put any power into any of the engines or weapons or shields. Nothing. Might make another issue console. Any issue consoles associated with this ship will be linked below. You might not be able to access the one that I put on an Evo because of it being an Evo, but I'll still include the link to that one as well. For any of you guys who were Evo, that could probably jump in and, you know, contribute to that one to try to get more eyes on it. In fact, I'll put all the issue consoles relevant since 4.9, which I think I just have the blueprint one not showing up and no blueprint rewards, and the command module disconnect bug, which might not be a problem now, but I didn't see anything in the patch notes to address that being fixed. So it's, given the issues we're having, I wouldn't expect that to be resolved. Just be getting lucky in this session of not disconnecting. Any of you who are wave 1 doing this testing too, let me know what you think. I love that we have the option though to just leave it behind if it's causing problems versus being stuck with it. Gear down, VTOL active, calling a hangar, hockey stop, slow down. Pointing us 90 degrees against our directional movement to rapidly decelerate with VTOL. Beautiful. Landing still feels really good in this thing. Okay, I'm gonna kill engines and we're gonna see if we have a repair function here. We have a restock, we have no repair. Really strange. Let me hit F8 to reset. Okay, let me hit F8 again to reset. Let's get some of this back. So it wants to, but it's like flashing, you see that? Okay, so the engine pips, if I click it hard enough, appear to well, stay up to a point at least. Yeah, none of these are functioning properly. Every time I click it, it wants to drop. Full power to engines, full power to guns, full power to shields. Shields are just like, nah, not responding. Let me go back and check engineering. We definitely shouldn't have taken any fuse damage. No way. Even with that other ship running into us, bounces off of us like a bug on a windshield. We had no repair charge. We had no damage worthy of note. Those two fuses are there. I'm not even sure where all of my relays are. The heck is this? Interesting. It's like an actual computer system, and then are these shelves where I can put shit? That'd be cool. Alright, not even the engineering terminals wanting to function properly. Alright, can I set stuff from here? No. We got plenty of extra power. Okay, radar's letting me do stuff. Shields, engines. These are not. So, not cool. Alright, well, I'll include that as an issue console. I guess that's kind of it. So, yeah, I mean, the flight experience has been great. I have not had these particular issues in Evo. This started with this Wave 1 PTU, so hopefully we get some corrections here. The blueprints haven't been working the whole time. The fabricator has been showing blank the whole time. And a lot of the missions, like mercenary missions, aren't showing like the ships you're supposed to actually go after, whether it's the cargo or the enemies. It's kind of hit or miss. So there's a lot of work that's got to go into this before it's in a good state for everybody with 4.9. I'm glad that they're walking back Siege of Orison and the other events. I personally don't think we need any other events. We need playability, stability. We need to see last week's Star Citizen Live be the actual focus, be the actual goal with 4.9 and going forward. But it has been fun playing in Evo. I do really enjoy having the Arrow and the Golem in this ship. The Arrow might be my kind of permanent counterpart just because of how perfectly well it fits here in the ship, so I can still have all this room for cargo and other shenanigans. I really, really like it. I gotta do more testing on weapons loadouts. Right now I'm running the M5, M3 combo defense cannons on the Arrow, so more testing to be done there. I want to be able to craft some weapons to try out, but, you know, it's got to work first. I am going to end it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you next time.